Who would have thought this guy invented something like this? Turning around, there's even a little bean in front to protect the kid. The dad jumped right in, thinking Scar King would go easy on him, but got kicked into the lava instead. Little Bean was heartbroken seeing Dad get kicked like that, and Steel was furious too. Seeing this, Scar King threw out his weapon and was ready to rumble. Subtitles: The intense solo battle between the two kings kicked off. Even though Gangzi is a power-type fighter, the Scar King in front of him is like a moving mountain, leaving him no opportunity to fight back at all. Scar King booted Steel away and even disarmed him in one go. Subtitles: After successfully launching a counterattack, Steel thought he could make a comeback, but Scar King simply didn't care at all. The crystal sparkled brightly, and a pair of icy blue spears appeared behind the lava. Poor Snow Monster didn't want to follow Scar King's orders, but the crystal had him under wraps, making him painfully obey. After that hit, Steel's right hand was done for. Seeing Little Bean urgently telling him to run, he threw dignity out the window and bolted. Scar King wasn't about to let him off easy, ordering an immediate chase. A whole army was on his tail, and Steel found himself cornered. Spotting the ambush rock, the pursuers thought they were clever by dodging it, but surprise, the rock still came crashing down. Steel looked up and realized Little Bean had saved him. Terribly injured, he was on his last legs without Little Bean. He'd be toast. Steel, while braving the pressure, stumbled into the Iwi tribe, with Little Bean helping him along. Trailing Goon spotted a swirling mass at the door. Everyone gaped at the badly injured Steel, like they were seeing an alien. What a troublesome enemy he faced. Weak as he was, Steel struggled to turn, pointing at Giga on the cliff, using sign language to say he lost his home. As everyone headed down to check on Steel, someone was already back to rat out to Scar King. Realizing that we could reach the surface, Scar King got all excited, rode off on his snow monster, and set off to conquer. Meanwhile, Giga had absorbed Tiamat's energy and was fully awake. Subtitles: Chip came up to Steel and discovered that his arm had suffered nerve damage due to freezing. With everyone stuck underground, it was time for some creative maneuvers. Trep brought out mechanical gear, while Steel got fitted with a special booster. These potions should fix his sting. But once fitted with the mechanical arm, Steel underestimated the weight and nearly took a tumble. But his vision was strong. Stretching his joints, Steel threw a punch that crackled with lightning. Before he could cheer, Little Bean rushed in, yelling that Scar King's army was on the way. After chatting with Giga, Steel dashed to the teleportation array. This battle was going to be tough. Steel leaped into the vortex, and the next thing he knew, he was near the pyramid where the ground was rapidly collapsing into a whirlpool. Successfully teleported, Steel found himself on the surface, spotting the newly evolved Giga on the mountain in the distance. Before Giga could kick off the battle, the Iwi Queen performed a ritual for Giga. Finally, Giga climbed the crystal staircase alone, reaching the top and extending his arm to awaken Mothra in a shower of golden light. Upon seeing this, everyone was dancing with joy, like it was Christmas. What a celebration! The solid structures and flowing rhythms were all sliced clean through. You had better not come over here. I had to do that out of sheer desperation. I came to ask for your help, not to fight. But with this rage, I didn't even have a chance to explain. Getting pummeled, Giga had to go for a big leap, slamming him into the ground. Before he could react, Giga's massive foot came crashing down, and he thought, "I'm done for." Subtitles: Just now, Steel took the opportunity to use his new gear and punch Giga away with one blow, feeling extremely pleased in his heart. But unexpectedly, streaks of pink energy began to illuminate one after another, and in an instant, Steel from the Sambulis group lost his sense of direction amidst the turmoil. And just like that, he got body slammed by Giga. With Giga's terrifying strikes, even Steel struggled to escape. Giga gathered energy, ready to take Steel down when suddenly, a blast sent him flying. Fortunately, Mothra intervened at the crucial moment to save Steel, and at this very time, the Queen was employing a special method to prepare for connecting the tips of the two electromagnetic pyramids. This would create an anti-gravity shockwave, keeping Scar King from getting close to the portal. On the pyramid, Giga swiftly opened fire on Steel. While the Queen was busy prepping to connect the two electromagnetic pyramid tips, getting ready for the shockwave. Just then, the biological gate froze solid, and Scar King's giant axe chopped right through. The snow monster rode in, unleashing an icy barrage on the pyramid peak. The ice column successfully halted the anti-gravity waves, while Trep piloted a ship, bringing in a flock of lightning birds. In the chaos, Trep ordered everyone onto the ship, rushing Zumoli out of the battlefield while waiting for the snow monster to clear the fodder. Scar King raised his head and caught sight of a meteor shooting across the sky, with everything being under the influence of anti-gravity waves.